up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I have an update for you guys on who the Detroit Lions have just signed to the active roster. Let's get into it. Not only have the Lions signed someone to the active roster, they also signed Victor Bolden to the practice squad. I'll give you that first. He's a wide receiver. But as we know, TJ Hockenson went on IR, just like many other players are now on IR. And they had an open spot for the Lions to bring someone to the active roster. And they decided to bring up Jason Cabinda. I don't know exactly how to say his name. Okay, but he was on Hard Knocks. He was with the Raiders. They have now signed him to the active roster. Now, he was sitting on a practice squad for a while. Like I said, he was with the Raiders. But this is a guy that could potentially have a pretty good impact with the Detroit Lions. He was a surprise cut, is what they're saying, from the Raiders before the season started. And the Lions say, like, hey, let's get this guy in here. They brought him in right away. Haven't heard about him because he's been on the practice squad. But now he's going to get an opportunity in Detroit in the last 4 games. Now, if you think coming into this, oh, you know, it's just another filler, and yeah, why even talk about it? This isn't news at all. Well, I'm going to talk about this. And, you know, maybe at a different time, if I haven't seen what I've seen so far from Lions, I wouldn't talk about this. But the fact is, we've seen multiple guys off the practice squad come in and just do amazing things. And all of a sudden, we're like, this guy is our future. So that's why I'm going to talk about this. We've seen it with Marvin Hall. He came in. Maybe he's not our future. He's not like our go-to guy, but he's been putting up crazy numbers. He is now on IR, unfortunately. We saw the same thing with Bo Scarborough, who I think is an even better example. Bo knows. We keep feeding Bo, and he looks like he could be the starter for 2020 off of the practice squad. Our 5th running back. I mean, people were like, oh, you know, he's on the practice squad. Oh, that's cool. That's not even news. And then we signed him. Okay, maybe we'll get some chances. He did his thing. Trey Carson, he did his thing. We've seen this time and time again. Paul Perkins, not so much. But we've seen it time and time again, so I have to talk about it. We brought a linebacker up. Now, right now, our linebackers are struggling. Defense as a whole hasn't been very good, and we're looking for some linebacker help. I would assume next year in the offseason, that's what the Lions will address. Knowing that Matt Patricia is a defensive guy, and we need help on defense, I would think they will address that linebacker position a lot, okay? Now, this is a guy that plays off-ball, but he was very talented. He was talented with the Raiders, and he was the 3rd best graded among rookies in 2018 by Pro Football Focus as a linebacker. So again, some people don't like it, some people do, but it's a pretty good measurement, and that's a good thing to see. How he is with the Detroit Lions. Look, our defense hasn't been very good, and now we're going to play the Minnesota Vikings, who can run the ball, and they have been burning us on play action. I don't expect crazy things out of him, and I don't think we should, but we have seen that guys that have been on the practice squad time and time again has stepped up and showed us something, and all of a sudden we're talking about him as a future player. I'm going to talk about Jason, and hopefully he can do the same thing. So there's your update. Jason's on the active roster. Victor is on the practice squad. As we know, Hockenson is on IR. Let me hear your thoughts and comments below. In about an hour, I'd say a little bit less than an hour by the time you're watching this, I will be going live for the Michigan versus Louisville game on this channel, and then after that, maybe even the Michigan State Duke game. So join in, say what's up. Even if you don't like basketball, just chill out. It'll be a fun time. Thank you, Pride, for watching, and I'm out.